Hi, my name is Summer Greer. I will be doing a video presentation on collaboration and leadership reflection for Capella University for the class NURS-FPX4010, Leading People, Processes, and Organizations in Interprofessional Practice. During this video, I will discuss a case from my experience as a labor and delivery nurse to include a reflection on collaboration and leadership in patient care. Collaboration is defined by Simmons and others as the set of processes in which healthcare professionals representing multiple organizations engage with one another when working on patient care. I will explore the importance of collaboration among multiple interdisciplinary team members and review the successes and failures of the case. I will also be discussing some key competencies to include the first competency, explain strategies for managing human and financial resources to promote organizational health. Competency 2, explain how interdisciplinary collaboration can be used to achieve desired patient and system outcomes. I will reflect on the interdisciplinary collaboration experience, noting ways in which it was successful and unsuccessful in achieving desired outcomes. I will also explain how change management theories and leadership strategies can enable interdisciplinary teams to achieve specific organizational goals. I will also be using 4 scholarly peer-reviewed evidence-based articles to support my findings. So I have been a registered nurse for 3 years and exclusively working in labor and delivery. My most recent experience was at a prominent hospital in the city of Houston, Texas. I will discuss a case in which collaboration was needed by multiple healthcare professionals. So during one of my shifts, I came on at the beginning of my shift and we received a patient who was attempting a home birth, who came into our facility by ambulance because she had been completely dilated for days, I think 2 days, and pushing for over 5 hours at home. When she arrived on our unit, the doctors, the baby had already passed in the womb, and by the time I arrived on shift, the doctors had already decided that a urgent C-section was necessary to deliver baby. Before we rushed back to the operating room, I received report from the off-going nurse, a very thorough report, and we also had a brief timeout with myself, the charge nurse, the doctor who was on call, which was the hospitalist, and other in anesthesia. We discussed that at the current moment, the patient was septic, so there may be some complications upon delivery of the baby. So we prepared to have blood on standby as well as multiple response teams on standby. So we took her back to the operating room. We performed the C-section. Baby came out. And as soon as baby was delivered, mom went into cardiac arrest and I called a code blue. Mom was intubated at that time. And as we were waiting for the code team to arrive, the anesthesia deemed herself as the team lead for the code, and we designated multiple roles for everybody. We performed a hysterectomy, and during the hysterectomy, mom hemorrhaged and had to be ultimately started on ECMO. So the ECMO team had to come and perform that. We were in the OR for over 6 hours during this time. Multiple teams, the code team, ICU, blood bank, pharmacy, multiple additional nurses were present in the room and all were collaborating with each other, with anesthesia being the team lead. At this point, once mom was stabled, she was needing to be transferred from our hospital to our main hospital in downtown Houston via flight. So I called the receiving hospital to give report to the nurse who would be receiving her. And that is when I ran into difficulty because on multiple attempts, the nurse responded with she was too busy to receive a report. Um, the flight crew was about 30 minutes out at this point, and so I had to escalate that concern to her charge nurse. Because in order for the flight team to take her, we needed to give report to the receiving hospital. After about 4 phone calls, I was able to give report to the charge nurse. The flight crew came and patient was able to be transferred. After the case and after patient was transferred to that hospital, we were required to do a debrief with everybody that was involved at our hospital. During the debrief, we were required to discuss what went well and what didn't go well and what improvements we can make in the process. In an article by Elizabeth Ritt and Allison Ridge, it discusses the importance of self-reflection among nurses and other healthcare team members. It states that the practice of reflection helps individuals to gain knowledge from past experiences, analyzing those experiences, understanding how the actions played a role in the patient outcome, and fostering change in practices. After um, any of any out of the norm events, our hospital's policy is to debrief with all team members involved in the patient care, regardless of the outcome. We fill out a form that is submitted to quality assurance and is also discussed with the quality assurance team. This really helps us to improve and identify needed practices that need to be changed and also highlight the strengths of our team. During the debrief for this patient, we were able to identify that we communicated well, we established roles early on, and everyone communicated within their scope to help with the plan of care. Our code lead did a great job of delegating and coordinating treatments for the patient. Many times she stopped and called brief timeouts to discuss the next steps needed for patient care. While leadership is essential in healthcare, effective follow-up is just as critical to ensure strong teamwork and safe patient care, as mentioned by Bornman and others in their articles titled Leadership Development Strategies and Interprofessional Healthcare Collaboration. So even though she was a great leader, we all did a great job of receiving that delegation, receiving those orders, and doing our part to perform patient care. Communication was also great among us within our team at the hospital, but communication did fall through when it came time to give report to the receiving hospital, which we discussed would need improvement. In an article titled Communication in Healthcare Teams, it states that the development of communication skills is crucial to good quality and safe patient care, and communication can have an impact on patients' overall outcome. While the patient's outcome for this particular case was not impacted by the delay in report, it could have created a delay in transfer time for this patient and ultimately a delay in care for her. I truly believe that our ability to decide her treatment and perform those treatments in a timely manner really made a huge impact on her survival, which she did survive. So after this debrief, we did have a quality meeting with the receiving hospital where the need for improvement and report timeliness was discussed and suggestions for improvement were given. Overall, I think that the collaboration between our team and all of the teams within the hospital and the healthcare professionals was extremely well. We communicated well. There was great leadership as well as followership, and ultimately the patient's outcome was impacted by the great collaboration between all of us. This concludes my reflection video for NURS-FPX4010, leading in people, processes, and organizations in interprofessional practice. Thank you.